Hey guys, welcome back to another video. On the last video we
removed the radiator, bumper, air intake, drained the coolant.
Headlights off. And then since the last video we've actually moved it into the garage a little bit because obviously it's going to get dark, it's going to get cold. We put it up on 2 jacks just to hold it up to drain the oil so we can get underneath it to remove stuff easier. Taking the whole radiator actually off this time, so it's completely off the engine, so we've got free access to anything we might need inside. We've also gone through all the bolts just to make sure everything's labelled, everything's neat and tidy, just to keep things organised.
Is key.
That's right. So this video, what are we going to do, Josh?
We're going to remove the intake manifold. So first things first, we're going to remove everything connected to the intake manifold, and we'll start off with the throttle cable.
That's that little cable back there.
It's around there, goes into the passenger compartment.
Nice.
Right, so first step to removing the throttle cable is you need to remove this little bushing here out of this little clip in here, and it just slots out like that. You pull it out, then you go over here, get this, move that out of there, unhook that from there, and it should just pop out.
It just pops.
There you go.
Just pops straight out of that, off the leader, and it comes straight round.
There you go. That's your throttle cable. Careful not to stretch that.
Yes, obviously since last time we've got a load of plastic gloves just to cover any holes so that no dirt or any grit or anything gets actually into the engine. Right, next thing we're going to do is, if you see there, the cable coming out of the oil, by the oil head, to take that off so we can actually get in with a wrench to take off, or begin taking off all the screws for the intake manifold on top there. It's because the oil.
You may have to loosen this with a screwdriver. Be very careful not to puncture the hose though.
Yeah, just slowly work your way around the sides until it feels like it's going to come off. Yeah, just slowly, and the rubber will warm up and become a bit more elastic.
These are the bolts for the upper intake manifold support mount.
Right, so the next one is right on this side, just down there of the engine. So there's the intake manifold. This one lies just underneath down there. Do you need my torque? So the next bolts we're going to take out, there's 2 in there. One round the bit there, just in there, 2 there, and then there's 1 more this side, just there. So taking this one out first, this is the far right one. These will be a bit stiff and a bit tight, so it's going to require a bit of force to get them out. Some of them will be covered in oil as well. Make sure there's a washer on each of them, so make sure that the washer doesn't come off as you're unscrewing. Get it, you see like that? There's a washer on there. Some of them will be quite rusty and horrible, they'll be really quite tight in there, so just take care when taking them in. Right, so all the bolts are off. It's now just a case of slightly wiggling the engine. So yeah, basically we've taken off this pipe here, just so we can get it more easily to undo. Yeah, so back there's some more cables that and stuff that needs to be taken off in order for us to be able to get this off. There's a couple more things that need to be taken off, including this bolt here.
Which is a connection for the throttle body. The intake manifold is plastic, so then the throttle body isn't burst, so you need a connection.
That needs to come off there. So basically behind there, there's a few more things that need to be detached. You'll see when you guys do it, but there's this thing that you have to squeeze again either side to loosen it on the latch, and then it should pop off. Just getting to that now. I can get to it. Let me do it. I'm going to try with this. Ah, there you go. Right, there's another thing back there that there's a button on top, and then as soon as you press that, it slides straight off. So it's just slowly disconnecting bit by bit, getting the things off.
I don't know if
Right, so next up we're gonna unclip the sensor at the back of the motor.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Is now.
So that bit back there, this little coil of wire sits over the top there and latches it in onto this base plate. As soon as you get that off, it slides off quite easily, making you lose the piece. Great. So after removing a few more pieces off the back around the top of the intake manifold, we're just taking the last few things off so that we can actually get it fully off. Unclips from there.
Called its camp. Do 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 do.
Can you?
Makes it look massive when it's on the stands.
So right now we're underneath there, just disconnecting the last few wires and stuff from the front of the air intake. This is a pain to undo. It's a hose clamp and we haven't got the right tool.
I just want to rip it apart. I know what it's for. It's for the clutch slave cylinder. Remove the screwdriver from the equation.
The air intake manifold is off now. Now it's just a case of getting
all these connectors.
all the connectors and stuff. That's disconnected, this one. Right, careful with these bits though, because they are made of, the inner bit is made of plastic. You really do not want to snap that. So just take your time going around loosening all the bits that need to be loosened. Now that that's all disconnected, we're going to get, hopefully, getting the top off, seeing what's inside. These are real good clean, covered in spiders.
Big tropical spiders.
Big tropical spiders. Other than that, it's looking good. So yeah, not too bad progress today. Slow going.